All right, guys, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegweta TV radio. My name is Idafe Matthew. So you love to call me the Elegweta One of Sports. It's the AFCON edition that we're having, and we're going to take it beat by beat to talk about the AFCON games that were played yesterday, probably Saturday. Look at some of the transfer gossip that are going on. The month is running faster than the clock. As it is right now, and some people are making last ditch effort. You know how January is. Everybody pretend like they don't want to reinforce, and then before you know it, the transfer window, lights up in the last 3 days, and it's always that window, that place that we're looking at. But then with the AFCON going on for an average African or Nigerian, I'm almost not 100%, but I'm almost certain that it has distracted from the transfer talk. Not too many people talk about the transfer anymore because the AFCON is going on. And it's credence to how the AFCON has become. I mean, previously, the AFCON can be going on and we're still hammering on European club transfer. I think that since the AFCON started, I've watched only one European League game, and it was just even beat parts, which is the Arsenal Crystal Palace game. I didn't see it all. I just saw like probably the first half, and then I didn't see the second half because I was on radio with some other. I mean, I was doing radio show for radio station in Italy, and then another one in the US, and then another one in Ghana and South Africa. So it was just jump hopping from one radio show to the other. Point is, that's how big the AFCON have become anyway. That we cannot, bend away from it. And then the MPFL also, going on also takes a lot of the time. But we will talk about a lot. And I noticed that since I came back in this temporary form from my living room, we've not really talked about the MPFL. I think we'll still push it forward. There is a lot of people on the internet talking about the MPFL. There's a guy called Mini Truths who's really doing incredible work on the MPFL, going to interview different people. He's a young guy, and like I always said, the best thing you can do, the best gift you can give to a content creator. Obviously, money is great, money is fantastic, but you see, the thing is, uh, we always say that don't give a man a fish, teach him how to fish. For a content creator, the best way to teach them how to fish is to help them get more followers, more subscribers, and more engagement. So when you view their content, you like it, you drop a comment, you help them to share it. That's the best way. From the AFCON or the Nigerian content creators that are the AFCON, I think the two favorites that I have, or three, Toby Adepoju, which is Oganla Media. On top of that list, anyway, is Fatil Adebayo, Latifat Adebayo, but I handle is Fatil, Phatil. That's one person you can follow. And then there is Spots on the Wheel. It's the first time uh, going to any tournament, and I think they're doing incredible work as well on that front. So that's also a handle that you can people content creators that you can follow. One of the difficulties we have as Africans, and especially as Nigerians, doing content is the fact that, first off, as a YouTuber, you get the lowest CPM, and a lot of people don't understand that the lowest CPM, meaning that the views I will give somebody $1,000 if you're a content creator in the US probably will give you a $100 if you're in Nigeria. The same work, the same content, the same product, but different markets. So the way we have issues with the dollar, like if you're a doctor in Nigeria, you're a doctor in the US, you're doing the same surgery, the same treatment, but the pay is not the same. We also face that as content creators, and I like to put this up front so that a lot of people who send messages like, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should listen." It's pretty much, I think that any content creator, which is absolutely the new media right now, and I use the word absolutely carelessly, it's absolutely the new media right now because everybody is on this thing, this device, your phone. You rather check information on your phone than tune into your favorite radio dial. When I started in 2004, people sit and wait for the time your show will start. And when you come on air, you have, let me give you a good example. You have, let me see, hypothetically, you have a pile, a script like this, like a lot of it, and you're flipping through. all your stories are there, because sometimes there's no proper working internet. In 2004, the internet have not been that good. And let me share one my personal experience. So I was in Brilla. I was freelancing at Brilla. I wasn't the staff of Brilla, but I used to go there on Saturdays and Sundays, and one way or the other, a staff of Brilla told the engineers that they should tell me not to use the internet of the office. I was the only analyst that they have. I'm not going to mention his name. Some people who are close to me know the person that I'm talking about. Okay, well, that they should tell me not to use the office internet. So if you know VI, if you know Adeyemo Alekija by law school there, let me give you a very typical example of the sacrifice people make to get to this place. And sometimes when people come out and say, "Oh, you had it so easy," nobody had it easy. Okay, so Brilla FM was on the 10th floor of the Eleganza building, 634 Ademo Alakija. There's a cyber cafe, that road where you have why not? Okay, Ademo Alakija. There's a cyber cafe adjacent to Brilla FM, opposite Globe Motors, before why not? Before First Bank. Now, the cyber cafe ordinarily does not open on Sunday. They work Monday to Saturday. They don't open on Sundays. And I need, my job is to analyze the scores, the game, get the team list and all that. So I had to befriend the girl that works at the cafe. And I get her to come to the office from 12 o'clock on Sunday, say 11:30 or thereabout, 11:30 till 6 p.m. And I'm going to a radio station that does not pay me, but I now have to pay the girl to open the cafe. Now, that's not even the hardest part. I'm in the studio talking, and then every intermittently I have to run because the lift does not come up on Saturday on the weekend. The operators of the lift don't work on the weekend. So I have to run from the 10th floor, come down, cross the road, go there, check out the live score, print them out, or sometimes internalize them in my head. Remember that between when I leave that cyber cafe, climb the stairs up back, catch my breath, get back on the microphone with Fami Fashitere or whoever, Ama Ignis or Sondon Gude or anybody that I'm on air with, scores would have changed. Now, I have a computer. This is something I can just easily plug the LAN cable to. There was no Wi-Fi in 2004. Plug no Wi-Fi router in 2004 in Nigeria. Plug the LAN cable to, open the computer and do a thorough job. But for one person who was power drunk, who said company properties is for company staffs only and not outsiders. So I had to go through all of that. Now, in the process, I'm sharing this with you guys not because I'm feeling bad about it, but I just want to let you know what many people face just to get the job done. In the process, I get that. I come back upstairs and we're talking, and I'm relaying. Now you are careful not to be authoritative with the scoreline, because the people who are also listening and who are going to call in. Remember, this was an era where my type of analysis was not even allowed on radio. They're too audacious, too bold, too controversial, right? So the people who are calling are not really your fans. They are pissed off with your character, with your person. They are irritated by it. So everybody is looking for one mistake you will make to call in and embarrass you. So you're careful. You're sitting around the ice edge, like, let me still do what I know how to do, what I feel like, but don't fall off the cliff. So that's the way it is. Please, if you're watching, please do where to click on the like buttons. Let's get this thing on the road. So that's me sharing personal experience with you guys. Once again, welcome to the Sports Buffet. First 9 minutes is gone with me sharing one personal experience. Somebody tell me that every day I do the show, I should share one personal experience on this journey with them. And so this is today's own. And so you see how hard, that difficult that is. And if you look at these people creating content, you really don't know. I mean, one person in Cote d'Ivoire called me and said, so we were supposed to be in the Super Eagles camp, and then they selected a few people, few journalists, and then we didn't even know they went to go create content and then do interview, get access to the team, but we don't. And I spent money, I borrowed money to even come to Cote d'Ivoire. I laughed, because I've been there. I've been in that position. I laughed and I said to the person, I said, you know what? Don't worry. you will borrow more money to go to all African games in Ghana and you will do more content. The thing about content is you will keep doing it. Don't worry. Since you couldn't get the Super Eagles players, the Osime, the Aina, the whatever, whoever you wanted to get, go around town and do citywide content. It is still the same. So when you see these people doing content out of love and appreciation for the effort, just give them the kind of support, the little support you can. And if you can afford to send them money, it's fine. But if you can't, subscribe to their channel, follow their social media handle. It gives them joy. Wake up in the morning and I look at my subscribers. Right now we are. Let me give you a good example. We are 12,509. I wake up and this roller is rolling and I said, Ted more. I smile. Even my daughter now makes it, she just come and check, like, oh, she will not write it on her paper. She said she has a record of it. Oh, you have 512,509. And he goes up and she's like, oh, I know you're going to be happy today. I know it's a great day for you because your subscribers are going up. That's how much, everybody who is a content creator is invested in numbers. And numbers is what brings money. The greatest source of money today is numbers. If you have, I was telling a friend that if let's say, for instance, I have 1 million subscribers on my YouTube channel, right? 1 million. And just 25% of that 1 million is engaging the content. Every major brand from Coca-Cola to Nigerian breweries to the biggest betting companies would be having their logos on the side like this, on the sidebar like this, on the scroll bar. This whole broadcast, this whole live stream will be different. Now, let's set the ground running. Let's get into the conversation. Question of the day, top question, which is the headline, is we're playing Guinea-Bissau today, right? Just the same way Cote d'Ivoire is playing Equatorial Guinea. And then in the other group, because it's Group A and Group B, we're playing by 6. The other group is playing by 9. Cape Verde is playing against Egypt. Egypt might get knocked out. The way Cape Verde is playing. They don't look like a team that want to rest, because even with a draw, they are top of their group. And with the draw, Egypt stays on 3 points. Mozambique plays against Ghana. Mozambique won their last game, if I'm not mistaken. No, Cape Verde won their last game. So Ghana, Egypt drew. Mozambique. Wait a minute. Yes. Sorry. Let me come back. It's like I'm making a little bit of mistake with that. I don't think my this thing is correct. Okay, Mozambique did not win their last game. It's a draw for one game, which is a game against Egypt, and then they lost to Cape Verde 3-1. Egypt have won 2 games, so Egypt is looking like, okay, if we play against Cape Verde, if they draw, the problem with them drawing means that if Mozambique beat Ghana, Mozambique qualify. If Ghana win against Mozambique, Ghana qualify. But if Egypt beats Cape Verde is already qualified with 6 points. If Egypt beat Cape Verde, which is a possibility, now they are not going to have Mo Salah. They just might be playing better without him. Sometimes these things happen. What happens is the fact that Egypt can only get to 5 points, Ghana can only get to 4 points, Mozambique can only get to 4 points. Then good difference will also come to play. So Cape Verde might just decide to play, their other side. Nigeria plays against Guinea-Bissau, is the whipping boys of the group. 0 points, 2 games played, no win, no draw, 2 losses. They've scored 2, considered 6. Damn, -4 for them. The Super Eagles, are a different proposition. They've scored 2, conceded 1 in this tournament. 4 points, which is a very, very big plus for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Now, you look at that. I'm saying some people say that the coach should give people like Paul Onuachu an opportunity to show what stuff they are made of. Terry Murphy, she rejig the squad and give all those players that have not played, because in the actual sense of it, if you look at it carefully, like it or not, Nigeria have qualified. I mean, it will take a miracle of grandiose proportion for Nigeria to fall off, and all Nigeria needs is actually a draw. If with a draw, they are true, right? So if we get to 5 points, Ivory Coast might get up to 6 points, because they can win their last game and then get to 6 points. Then it means that Equatorial Guinea stays on 4 points. So if Equatorial Guinea wins and get to 7 points, Ivory Coast stays on 3 points. Wow, host country that will get knocked out in the group stage. And then Guinea-Bissau can also only get to 3 points if they beat Nigeria. So the way it is right now is Nigeria have its work not really cut out. It's an easy route for them. They've not lost in this tournament so far anyway. So They're still one of those few nations who have not lost in the tournament, and it's been an amazing tournament so far, by my own estimation. So, if you're the coach of Nigeria, how would you set up your team? What would you do with the selection? Would you see go with the squad that played against Cote d'Ivoire and the tactics that you deployed against Cote d'Ivoire? Or you say, you know what, let's change it a bit and let's leave God out of this now, because in that game you said it's the God that gave, the God that take. What would you apply if you're the coach of the Super Eagles? How would you set your team up? And if you are, have the gift of predictions, I think you should lock in your predictions now. Let's see, IB. That's a bit of a hot seat, but it's warm. It's not really hot. It's just warm, like my tea that Mr. Duff is making me drink tea, Lipton tea with milk and cinnamon. And I'll be ajabo. I'm not really, I'm not really a tea person, but hey, what do I do? When the boss of the house says that's what you should take in the money. Who am I to say it is not good when it's not poison? So on the comment section, I need all your predictions. I need your selection, the tactics that you would deploy. But before then, let's look at some of the major headlines and the talking points and the conversation. Yeah, an Arsenal fan should be very excited. Arsenal is in third position on the league table right now. With that, what's it called? Mosala, Liverpool look a lot better. 4 goals to nothing. Wow. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Well, they beat a team that they should be beating anyway. No Musala, no problem. That's the headline. No Musala, no problem. Liverpool players, show what stuff they're made of, with or without Mo Salah. Sports Agenda have this to say: Man United's appointment of Omar Barreda shows how much influence Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos will have. Plus, Goodison Park's pub and takeaway scramble for Burnley, Bramley Moor Dock premises. There's a whole lot going on in the Premier League. Can João Pedro add to his 15 goals across all competition this season? The Brazilian star is 4-1 to score first when Brighton hosts Wolves on Monday, which is tonight. Gary Neville blames Liverpool and Arsenal for setting the precedent for nonsense as Nottingham Forest right to the Premier League and PGMOL MOL asking for clarification over controversial Ivan Toney free kick. So the controversy is that the referee put the vanishing spray, that white thing that they spray like shaving stick, shaving powder, right? Okay, so he put it there, put the ball, ask him to put the ball. I think when he was setting the wall, Bros packed this thing, put it another place, set it somewhere else. But I think that when I look at that thing, the first thing that crossed my mind is, why was the Nottingham Forest wall and the goalkeeper, seems like they set themselves up in such a way that they want that goal to go in, so that there will be controversy. Like I always say, the Premier League is a script. So sometimes when some things happen, I just looked at it. But now, why is Gary Neville blaming Arsenal and Liverpool? That Arsenal and Liverpool complain about bad decisions in the past. Somebody else is complaining. Is it shut up and drive league, or really what's going on? Okay. I don't know, but hey, it is what it is. Well, remember, somebody was given a coaching job for 29 days and was fired. Troy Deeney's 29-day disaster spell as Forest Green boss doesn't even crack the top 10 of shortest managerial reigns ever. 4 managers failed to last even a week, while one got the shop 10 minutes after. Okay, you can see that on the Daily Mail. And if you want to read the whole story, Jamie Carragher makes both claim that Diogo Jota is a better finisher than any of his former Liverpool teammates, including Luis Suarez, Michael Owen, Fernando Torres, and Robbie Fowler. And I make both to say Jamie Carragher is drunk, is high on something that nobody can touch. First off, there's nobody currently playing in the Premier League apart from Erling Haaland that is a better finisher than Luis Suarez. And honestly speaking, I will still take Luis Suarez over Erling Haaland. The thing about Erling Haaland is he does not know how to create the goals. If his creators are not around, he's as useless as a car with flat tires. So to mention, I mean, who the hell is Diogo Jota? Come on, where's my Jota? Who the hell is Diego Jota? Well, if you think Paraguay is right, give me your opinion. Even Fernando Torres. I mean, there are 2 Fernando Torres or 3 Fernando Torres. The Fernando Torres that played for the La Liga club, Atletico Madrid, and for Spain. That's one. The one that played for Liverpool, that's another one. And then the one that played for Chelsea. That's Fernando El Nuno Torres that played for Liverpool. Diego Jota, are you really serious? Robbie Fowler, and some of you might not know who Robbie Fowler is. His nickname is Son of God. Robbie Fowler, so good they name him the Son of God. Fastest hat trick before Sadio Mane against Arsenal, and the way he plays, Diego Jota is not on that league. Now we mentioned Michael Owen. Michael Owen is the player like when Ronnie who evolved his game. His game was predicated on speed, and then he lost his hamstring. They cut it out. They cut the hamstring out, right? So he went from a speedster to a fox in the box. And somebody brings in Diego Jota. Diego Jota is a good player. But I wouldn't even put him in a world class position. Luis Suarez is a freaking world class player. Like top of the rim, above the rim, Pacific rim striker. Diego Jota does not even measure up in that league at all. There was a time when I could sit here and tell you I would even pick Luis Suarez over Thierry Henry. That's sad. And even Didier Drogba, right? Diego Jota as he is today, I want to pick him above Yakubu Ayegbeni. And a lot of people don't give Yakubu Ayegbeni the credit that he deserves as a striker when he played for Portsmouth, Everton, Blackburn, and the rest of the teams that he played for, in his career. But I'm saying that Diego Jota does not fit in. But Jamie Carragher, after taking that thing that he takes, that makes him not to pronounce things well and makes him not to talk well, and they give the excuse on, oh, he's exhausted, he's from Liverpool, that's how they talk. Well, I think that's a bit ignorant, okay? They say poaching Omar Barada, one of Man City's inner circle, is such a coup for United and signals Ineos. In case you don't know, Ineos is a company that is owned by Jim Ratcliffe, and Jim Ratcliffe have come to say, you know what, let me take from the guys who are doing well. And Omar Barada is one of those people. And the ship is about to sink, and the blue side of City. And now, Manchester United did their own match fixing to win 13 titles in the Premier League. Now they said not like Man City did match fixing, but they overinflated their sponsorship money. Where they got 8 million, they said it's 100 million. Where they were paid 20 million, they said it's 200 million. So there are 115 count charges against them. And they're saying that when everything is done, they're not only going to go relegated to the championship, they are going to be relegated to League One. Now, caveat. All of this has happened before Pep Guardiola came in. So for those who want to, oh, Pep Guardiola is a rubbish. No, I don't think we should be objective about it. All of this happened before Pep Guardiola, but you know how it is. It is what it is. Okay, Jurgen Klopp hails incredible smart Alexis McAllister as better than all 6-6 in the Premier League as Red midfield stars in Liverpool's 4-0 trashing of Bournemouth. Liverpool, before you people go talking all these things, nah, Bournemouth will not beat Man City, not even Man United that you normally will give 6. So, guys, can you guys calm down? You beat a team that you ordinarily are supposed to beat. So, what's really going on? Hurricanes Bundesliga title hopes suffer major blow as Bayern Munich are stunned 1-0 at home by Werder Bremen to leave them 7 points behind leaders Leverkusen with unused substitute Eric Dyer still awaiting his debut. Now, it's beginning to look like Hurricane has brought his never do well, unsuccessful, no title winning run with Spurs to Bayern Munich. I mean, this is a Bayern that even in a very horrible season, last season, they were coasting and winning. And all of a sudden, Brother Man shows up and the club is just hobbling and wobbling and struggling. And well, let's hope that you know how they do it. Bayern Munich at the end of the season. I shouldn't be talking about Bayern like this because they're our partners. I don't want problem. But hey, it is what it is. I still have my job to do. Jordan Addison watches his new IS teammates in Eredivisie's action as they trash ROKC while week 4 goes to 1 after his debut was delayed because of Brexit. So is no longer seen as an EU citizen. So some paperwork need to be sorted out in case somebody's asking. Cristiano Ronaldo says football's individual award are losing credibility. As Portuguesa says, no one can deny his numbers. Cristiano Ronaldo, stop telling us about your number. We know you're great. Stop, the crybaby thing is enough. You've had your great time for the last 20 years. Can we all rest and go? Even Messi, please, I don't want Messi being nominated again. Let's just let them retire and let everybody have their rest. I am freaking tired. Tom Colomos says that if Anthony should ignore interest from Chelsea and Arsenal, he's already in the perfect place to live his dream. So sit tight, be the main man, keep Brentford up, and earn a Euro spot. Now, there's no guarantee that he will go to Europe, no matter what. Okay. Uh, he says he wants to play in a top team that is challenging for top European honors and all that. But if you stay at Brentford, that's never going to happen. So I don't know if this advice is a good one or not, but uh, uh, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Uh, this says there's a story here. Say revealed how Martin Odegaard's socks and Leandro Trossard blocks turned Arsenal into set piece kings as Coach Mikel Arteta poached from Man City proves his worth. Okay. We don't know what that is. If you want to know the full details, go and read the story. There used to be a guy in the Premier League in the beginning called Matt Letizia. Played for Southampton. No, he's got quite a lot of great goals, fantastic goals, and I love the brother. Come on, I love the guy so much. Peter Odewenge became infamous for his failed deadline move to QPRO in 2013 after going viral for his rendition of Hotel California on TikTok. What is the former West Brom striker up to now? Okay, so Peter Odewenge is seen in different lights, with the guitar, with his West Bromwich Albion jersey, playing golf. So you can read that story on the Daily Mail and see what happened. West Ham turned attention to Man City's Kevin Phillips after having loan requests rejected for Arsenal's midfielder Emily Smith-Rowe. Why is Arsenal holding on to the player when they know they cannot use him? And Arsenal is not even saying anything about bringing in a striker. This one that they've scored 5 goals now. The team is scoring, there's no need. And then Bukayo Saka's competition, they still don't have somebody to compete to Bukayo Saka. I worry about that. Now there is something that happened in La Liga. Do you guys see the Real Madrid Almeria game? Please tell me if that is not match fixing. Please convince me if that is not match fixing. Come on, when the game was 2-1 and they scored a goal against Madrid, why was that goal disallowed again? I thought that it was even Madrid that committed a foul. Okay, then when Madrid scored to make it 2-2, I thought that there was foul all over that place, handball, Jude Bellingham and the rest. But hey, what do I even know? I don't know anything. So I'm not really in the best position to speak. But if you saw that game, tell me what you think. Osasuna defender Jesus Aroso scores goal of the year contender from near the corner flag to seal a 3-2 La Liga victory over Mason Greenwood's Getafe, and it's the first time he's netted in his career. Wow. Well, that goal is the kind of goal that drives everybody crazy. I don't think he was playing that ball to score. I saw the clip. I don't think he was playing to score. But who cares when you end up with the ball in the net? You're going to celebrate like you are a possessed man of many demons. Well, that's what it is. Now let's go to the transfer rumors and gist. Okay, it's a Monday transfer gossip. There's going to be Ivan Toney there, Trippier there, Wilson there, Guimaraes, Isak, Jose Mourinho, Roy Hodgson, who a lot of people are surprised that he can speak fluent Swedish. I mean, I don't understand why people are surprised. It was there. I mean, they call him the godfather of Swedish football, the inspiration for Sven-Goran Eriksson. So I mean, it's the younger generation anyway, because I saw social media burning because they saw him speaking fluent Swedish. I'm like, what's that? It's not a big deal. This man was there for over 4 years and, coached a team that had like 90% of Swedish players. He should learn the language. I was Sweden, so I know the story. You go to Sweden, everybody talk about Eriksson like he's the Silas Ferguson of Swedish football. Okay, he didn't win 13 or 20 or so titles, but the way Amana he reinvented the 4-4-2 and 4-2-4 in Swedish football made it talk, of the town. So everybody talk about him in that light. And he also speaks Italian, for those who don't know. Well, let's look at the transfer gist and see how it goes. Brentford England striker Ivan Toney, who has been linked with Arsenal and Chelsea, will not push for a January move and the 27-year-old plans to stay with the Bees until the summer. Newcastle United will not sell their England pair, the 3-year-old defender Kieran Trippier, a target for Bayern Munich, or 31-year-old striker Callum Wilson, who has also been linked with Atletico de Madrid this month. Trippier and Wilson will not agitate for a move, but Bayern will test Newcastle's resolve by making an improved bid for the fullback after an initial offer was rejected. Newcastle won 15 million euros, which is 12.9 million pounds from Bayern for Trippier, while the German club only wants a loan deal. Okay, you better rest. And it doesn't look like Bayern are going to win the title this season. Again, Newcastle, I think in 10th position. What's that thing I said again about English coaches? And some people at the beginning of the season, like, oh, Eddie Howe would prove me wrong. You ain't not proving me wrong. You're an English coach, you're an English coach. You ain't proving me no wrong where. No way. Last season was a fluke. And I stay on that. If you don't like it, get angry. Newcastle United will be forced to sell Brazilian midfielder Bruno Guimaraes, 26. Arsenal, please go and sign that player. And Swedish striker Alexander Isak, 24, to meet financial fair play. Should Arsenal sign? Arsenal should just sign the two of them anyway, so that we rest. What's it? Financial fair play regulation. West Ham United are going to focus on securing Manchester City and England midfielder Kevin Phillips, 28, on loan after seeing a move for Arsenal England midfielder Emily Smith-Rowe, 23, rebuffed. Okay, Jose Mourinho's preference is to stay in Italy following his sack by AS Roma. That man wants to prove something. He wants to take a team to go and beat what's it called, Roma, in a very, very bad manner, and then he will celebrate around the stadium. Again, I do believe that Napoli might just be the next destination for Jose Mourinho, and that might just play into the fact that Osimhen might just have another one season. I mean, who doesn't want to play on that Mourinho? Come on, put it on your CV that you played with Jose Mourinho, even if it was one season. Come on, and he does like that kind of striker. Striker like Osimhen is Jose Mourinho's delight. It's like it is his breakfast. Okay, well, let's move on with the matter. Jose Mourinho's preference is to stay in Italy following his sacking by AS Roma, and the Portuguese is set to hold talks with Napoli. I not talk. I said it. With Napoli's president Aurelio De Laurentiis about taking charge of the struggling Serie A champions. Okay, there we go again. Osimhen, when you come back from the AFCON, you just might be having Jose as your coach. Crystal Palace have started drawing up a short list of potential candidates to replace manager Roy Hodgson, with Nottingham Forest boss Steve Cooper, former Wolves manager Julian Lopetegui, Ipswich boss Kieran McCann, and former Mainz boss Bo Svensson amongst the candidates. Tottenham have turned down an offer of 20 million from Al Nassr for 25-year-old Brazilian defender Emerson Royal. That guy that is prone to mistake. They give you 20 million, you're still holding you down. Okay. With the Saudi Pro League side weighing up whether to increase their bid or not, Juventus are still interested in Tottenham midfielder Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, okay, 28, but Spurs will only consider a permanent sale or a loan with an obligation to buy for the Denmark international. They really want him to go, but they want a proper business. They don't want business where they are not sure of. You want guarantees. Everton defender Ben Godfrey could be an option for AC Milan, while Sheffield United and Leeds United are also interested in 26-year-old Englishman. Aston Villa have rejected West Ham's offer to sign 20-year-old Colombia striker John Duran on loan with an option. Why is everybody turning West Ham down? Aston Villa may allow John Duran to leave if they are able to sign Middlesbrough winger Morgan Rogers, 21, while Unai Emery is also targeting a move for Elfsborg. Oh, my club. The Marine and Iceland goalkeeper Hakon Valdimarsson, 22. Oh, my club. My club is in transfer news. The Marines. Oh, yeah. We are in transfer news. Your transfer news. Liverpool won 20 million. I got emotional with that name of that club anyway. Yeah. Liverpool won 20. What's wrong with me? What is wrong in you, Edafe? Liverpool won 20 million for Republic of Ireland goalkeeper Kaumin Keller, 25, who has been linked to Celtic. Liverpool face competition from Atletico Madrid for Genk and Morocco, 19-year-old winger Bilal El Canos. Okay. Greek side Park Thessalonica are in talks to sign Wolves defender Johnny Castro Otto, 29. The Spaniard is banned from first team activities following a training ground incident in November. So, give it to me now. Give it to me now. Man, you see how Jadon Sancho is playing? And you ask yourself, Manchester United, what happened? Man, that boy's playing some some incredible football in Dortmund. Well, football, you get the way it be. German club Eintracht Frankfurt have reached a verbal agreement with Paris Saint-Germain for French forward, not Kylian Mbappe. So, Ugo Ekitike from Calabar, 21 years about to move and are set to step up talks. Okay. La Liga clubs Cadiz and Hetafe have made offers to Sporting Lyon, French midfielder Jonathan Varane, the half brother of Manchester United defender Raphael Varane. Championship side Norwich and QPRO also have bids for the 22-year-old. Okay, so we get that transfer business out of the way. Those of you say I don't do transfer, yes, I have done the transfer gist. Now let's come back to the AFCON. AFCON. Nobody's absconding. And your comments, okay? So we've done the first half hour of the show on me. Now let's do it on you for this one. Sabi girl, the Tottenham fan. Oh God, Tottenham. Why are they in the league table now, Seth? Tottenham and Rivers United. Where are they on their league table? Rivers United, they call them Black Hat FC. Andrew Randa. But Andrew Randa is my guy, so I know if he about Randa is my guy. Another hard-working guy for the Nigerian football. This guy's made more sacrifice than anybody that I know. Okay, Toby as well, but a whole lot of sacrifice. So big girl say good morning, boss. Good morning to you. She don't run, no. She not there again. She just show up, write one comment, and disappear. I understand, but no problem. Professor Aroturego, a very good friend and brother, and a great supporter of the house. Lost his dad last week, if I'm not mistaken. So we express our heartfelt condolences to you and to the members of your family. Accept our condolences, and guys, you can also send your condolences to him. When we family, I always say that we're building a community and a family here, and everybody need to have each other's back, celebrate with people. I mean, it's biblical, it's not just me. It's a more we did and more, and celebrate with those that celebrate. So it's not like I'm just creating a rule that does not exist. Okay. Henry Morrow, the guy who supplies the best bully, fish, turkey, chicken, and best as soon in this whole Lagos metropolis. Okay. Say game day. Good morning, Palais. Okay, fellow Nigerians. Tomorrow we'll drive you go back to Aushi. No worry. Ewegwulam Chu says, thank you for sharing bigger and better days ahead. Sure. Sid, he said, we lift each other. That's what we as Africans need to learn how to do. Sid, he said, Peseiro should maintain same formation 3-5-2, but change in personnel. My starting 11 will be Wabali. I don't even want to give Olalekan Ojo chance to just test something. Okay, still want to stress Wabali. Don't let him go and get injured though, because there is a certain Uzoho, the biggest Ogbori, him and Nicolas Pepe are in the same bracket. Remember when you guys used to tell me that I'm too hard on Nicolas Pepe, that it will prove me wrong? Even in AFCON. The CJC, they change the entire, they be like, needle with a drop for river. The volume. Academic theory need to happen when you put needle for bucket of water or for river. Academic theory, the principle of academic theory. That thing they defy them. You need to work. I'm just telling you. Now, so Nicolas Pepe be like needle or crayfish they put for food. They find meat, they find fish. You say make you go find the crayfish. It's useless. It's useless to the conversation. Well, I think that, let me read this lineup. Wabali, Basi, Umeru, Shemi, Bruno, Iwobi, Onyedika, Bright, Lukman, Usime, Ianacho. Yes, Ianacho. I think that the coach should still save Ianacho. This is me. I think he should play Terry Murphy, he should play Paul Onuachu. This is me. Save Ianacho. I think Ianacho would unlock defense without his educated left foot in the knockout stage, and we will really need him. Yes, it's a bit lazy, but hey, you can't question Iheanacho's talent. No matter who you think you are, you cannot question his talent. You hate him, dislike him. Yes, his attitude might not be pleasant to all of us. Well, we all don't have best attitude. The same thing that makes many people like me is the same reason why many people hate me. Somebody told me one time, I hate you because of your guts. Is that not supposed to be an asset? Is that not supposed to be one of the best things that I have? But it told me straight up, so I hate you because of your guts. You're too bold. You just say things, you don't even put reservation, you don't fear. And this happened when I did that video calling out Femi Fanikayode when he was shouting on that journalist. And if you guys remember, I did a video and this guy called me and was lecturing me, educating me. And me, unfortunately, beside being a worry boy, I don't know how to fall down and die for anybody. So he called me from his high horse position. I was trying to make me feel like, oh, I'm old enough to be your elder brother, blah, 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 blah. And says, hey, hold on. I have many elder brothers. My father gave birth to 57 children. I'm not lacking in elder brothers or elder sisters. You're not one of them. Oga, tell me what you want to say. And if it is what listening and taking in, I will take it in. But if you're talking rubbish, Oga, your rubbish have no value where I am. So get out of my face. And the guy said, why? I hate that guy. You hate me so much and you have my number on your phone. You hate me so much you could take your time to call me. Man, I need this type of hate because I don't even know you. I don't have your number on my phone. Okay. So get it out of my side. But hey, it is what it is. This is a country that we have where you speak to power. You speak truth to power. People are abusing their power and people come up and try to gaslight you, try to gag you and force you. Take the video down. You don't take the video down. You are disrespecting an elder in Yoruba land. Sit down there and look bush. Yoruba people is ashamed of that man that you're calling an elder in Yoruba land. What's wrong with you? It's one of those things that happen in our lives journey. Okay. See, they say my prediction is 3-0 for Nigeria. 3-0. Well, if we really take our chances, like in the first game, the chances we created, if we can score 3-0. But well, Nigeria doesn't really score a lot of goals in group stages that much. So I'm gonna be careful. Okay. Everybody say I wouldn't want Percy to be arrogant and throw caution to the wind. He should just go by the way of the last match. Okay. Okay. Firewall say coach should use the same winning team that beat Ivory Coast. After leading by 3-0, then bring in new players and rest important players for the knockout stage. Every player in the team is important, don't you think so? I don't know, but I just think that every player is important. Maybe my own view of things are different, but I think every player is important anyway. Jerry Sampson says, don't be surprised that Ghana, Senegal will be knocked out round of 16 Nations Cup. I don't even know if Ghana will make round of 16 first. And I'm praying fervently that Ghana doesn't make the round of 16 so that I can drag them. I'm in the business of dragging Ghana people, right? It's a Ghanaian YouTube handle that stole my content, used it, and reported them. They got US lawyers to filibuster my reports. Okay, so if you're in America, you understand what filibuster is. Yes, and I'm still pissed at them. And then they were dragging us because they used their rotten team to qualify for Qatar World Cup. Well, we didn't go. So first way for I make good climate that compound. So I understand. But I don't think I have forgiven them. Charlie, I love the way Comoros knock you guys out of 2021. But this one, I want to see you guys get out of the group. Yes, I said it. Ghana people get angry if you want to get angry. Verse, Fran face like monkey will lick like me, not consign me. He not consign me. This is my own. There was a time when, if Ghana they play, they supported with all my life. Like, 2010 when Suarez held that ball, used his hand to block the ball. I was angry. I like Suarez, but I was angry. I was frustrated. And then Asamoah and Baby Jet came in. I mean, one of Africa's best player. Highest scoring African player in the World Cup. And then he missed that penalty. I was frustrated. Right now, if it is now, I'll celebrate too. I was so Ashebi. I would dance. Hey, I would play high life. I'll play, dance around. Yes, because that's how Ghana people like. They kind of like feel like we're mates. They kind of like feel like because they just get one clean airport. They don't let us hear what I'm gonna like face them just the same way South Africans. Those South Africans, those lazy bunch. I not blame them. Vicente Yama and Christian Shuku Kosa. I not blame them. I not just blame them at all. And I'm Okashi. All those three people I Kosa. I not just blame them. But let's move on. Where did I stop now? But Senegal, no, Jerry, nah, come on, Senegal. Senegal get knocked out in round of 16. Who don't want to play? This Senegal team is solid at the back. They have a good goalkeeper in Edouard Mendy who have something to prove. He wants to bounce back to reckoning. And then they have a strike force that scores and a midfield that is mobile. And I don't. Anything is possible. So that's why Nigeria was so excellent in the group stage in the last Nations Cup, and then round of 16 they were locked up. But this Senegal team is dynamic. Ghana might get knocked out today. Today now they might beat them, and then they're out of the tournament. So I'm not really expecting much. They can even draw today and get knocked out of the tournament. But for Senegal, Jerry, I'm going to be tongue in check, talking that they will be knocked out in round of 16. And then always say, click the like buttons, guys. Guys, I beg now. I'm not gonna click the like buttons. I mean, I'm begging. I'm begging. It's, you see, it means a whole lot to me. Okay. Latif Siru says it's been an exciting tournament so far. I have enjoyed watching the games. Nigeria should maintain the same setup. We'd love to see senior man Kells get a 30 minutes run out regardless of results. Yes, I think I support that as much as I want him to wait for the round of 16. So we're winning, we're doing well in the second half, maybe the last 30 or 35 or 40 minutes, or 30 minutes, bring him in, let him have a feel of the Nations Cup, knowing fully well that as we progress, we will need him because we've not really put all our eggs in one basket. We'll still have some players that Terry Murphy is not played. I think I will play Terry Murphy and Paul Anuachu today if I'm the coach. I don't think that will be so bad that we will lose the game. But that's what I think. That's my own. Might be wrong. But that's just the way I think. Somebody just drop a comment. No. That's one there. Tosin Ileomade says, good morning, good people. Have great work. Great week. Sorry. We Super Eagles can go far in this tournament. Okay. So it's okay, you know, like as we no get BP since Wabali started matches. Please think about Nigerian cells. I'm sorry. So I'm not even hoping that what's it called? Uzo should keep. I mean, let him. The thing is, I don't hide it. I've told him Uzo himself. I was like, Uzo, I don't know who your juju man is, but you the person they try for you. You not just want even help the person. It's like when David Moyes was given the Manchester United job based on tribalism from Sir Alex Ferguson. He still needed to go there and prove himself. He didn't, and he was fired. I think that Uzo even going to the Nations Cup, earning money, I think it's the biggest fraud. I don't hate him, but there is no competence that qualifies him to be there. I would rather take one of the female goalkeepers and put there as our reserve goalkeeper. Yeah, that's how much I don't think he deserves to be in the team. But I think, I mean, in this last game, they could have just put Olorunleke Ojo and give him a chance, because after now, it is business. It is kill or be killed, eat or be eaten. That's just the way it is. After today, every other thing is the barrel of the gun. There is no calculation anymore. If we now win this one, that person I help us to cancel this person. No day again. It is to your tent, O Israel. God for all man for himself. That's what happens from round of 16. But I hope. Hey guys, click on the like buttons anyway, and please share, invite your friends. If you're having fun, if you're not having fun, you can just leave it like that because I can be boring sometimes. I can be long-winded sometimes as well. But see, I understand. I get your point. Lord Mayor, where have you been? Boss, greetings. Noel Turin, he said a win today will be fine. Just keep the momentum at least. Okay, I agree with you on that one. And then let me say for us, where they play bet, give 2 odds, boss. Okay. You see this African Cup of Nations, one of the surest bets is over 1.5. That's like, it can't fail you that much. There are not too many games that that produce a lot of goals. So safe bet is good for African Cup of Nations because no matter how good you say you are a predicting man, you actually don't know the team because the team, what you know is the individual players in their clubs. Them coming together as an assemblage, you don't know them. And you've seen first round and second round of games, but you still don't know them because there is no rhythm, like complete rhythm. So you have to go. So let's look at the fixtures of matches that are going down today. Like if I want to see Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, Ivory Coast, because there is pressure on Ivory Coast to win, and the fact that Equatorial Guinea are self imploding, are killing themselves. That's one of those games where you will say to yourself, over 1.5 is a very um, sure thing that is possible, right? Because Equatorial Guinea, sorry, not Equatorial Guinea that is self imploding, is Guinea Bissau. Equatorial Guinea are top of the group, and Ivory Coast know that look, we need to win. And to win, you need to score. If they don't win, if they lose, when they get goal deficit, they stay on 3 points. That doesn't even guarantee them the best losers position. They are host nation, so they need to show up. And then Equatorial Guinea is looking at themselves like if Ivory Coast beat us, Ivory Coast go to 6 points. If Nigeria goes on and beat Guinea-Bissau, who is self-imploding and look like it seems that Nigeria should beat unless Nigeria comes up again and show to the world the other side of them. Since Uzor is not going to be, they play Uzor, we might lose. So since we're hoping that Uzor is not going to be there, so let's say hypothetically Nigeria beats Guinea-Bissau, which is like, let's say another over 1.5. That may be modest because Nigeria is not taking the chances that they're scoring. And then Ivory Coast and Equatorial Guinea becomes a game where Nigeria gets 7 points, and the game is going on simultaneously. It means that Ivory Coast can jump up to 6 points. With that one, they automatically come second. Okay. Or Equatorial Guinea can say, I have options. We can play to win and end up with a draw. We end up in 5 points. We are second in the group. We don't even need best losers place. But that means that Ivory Coast is on 4 points, and so many factors will now be put into play to see what happens, whether they will qualify as best loser or they would bend the rules for them. But if I'm Equatorial Guinea, I want to be responsible for knocking the host country out. Yeah, because in going forward, they might just become a harbinger for you, their hosts, their fans base and all that. I want to knock them out. But then again, I know that the officiating will work in favor of Ivory Coast, being that their fans, the people who have the biggest fans in this tournament should be, I think Ghana are going home. Ghana are neighbors to Cote d'Ivoire, but Mali are also neighbors to Cote d'Ivoire. So you know how this work. You look at it and say, who brings the biggest fans? It is Mali, Ivory Coast, and Ghana. Ghana most likely going home. Ivory Coast get knocked out. Mali have the bigger fans, and then Senegal as well, not too far away. And then you look at all those permutations are going on right now in the heads of everybody. What do we do? Knock them out. Their fans will hate us, but eventually they'll come to love us. So you beat them, you stay on 7 points. Nigeria beat Equatorial Guinea, we stay on 7 points, and then it comes down to goal difference and all that. So that's your odds already. I've already given you that one. Then for the game, Ghana versus Mozambique. Everybody's getting this whole feeling that Ghana will beat Mozambique. Mozambique does not look like a team that want to lose this game. And Ghana also don't know how to play against these smaller teams. But they start with Kudus. Kudus might just, find his rhythm and, become a menace to them. So we'll see how it goes. Egypt also look like they are going to go on because Cape Verde play everybody to the depth. They play everybody the same way to the death. Like, we don't care who you are. You're none of our business. So that's another game that over 1.5. So look at it from this angle. There are 4 games today. No matter how low the odds are, if you take all 4 on over 1.5, you already have your 2 odds. So that's settled. Betting man, according to Bros, say for those of us where they bet, may they take make I get the odds. So that's the odds that I've given to you in the tournament. I don't know if there is any other thing you want me to do. Okay, Noah Torre says Ghana will not make the round of 16. Unfortunately, I wish that happens. Young but thank God, he said AFCON 2024. No grief for anybody. Today, my spirit is willing, but my body is weak. My spirit is willing. I just have to build for today game without emotion. No, we're in a good place, so you can even have emotion. No, Adewale Saka says, I would like to see another strike force. Let Osimhen rest. Ahmed Musa should also feature. I agree with you on that one. And what to say, Ghana has showed that they can't take revenge. Are you failed to take revenge on Uruguay at the last World Cup? Ghana failed to take revenge on Comoros last year. Kudus is fantastic, but one tree. It doesn't make a forest. Okay. Adewale Saka say, how come we hardly score from outside the box? Well, I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna see the players and ask them that one. Michael Eleta, I say, bros, what is your take about Cape Verde and baby free kick technique? If it tried first free kick from around 50 yards and hit the bar, I said it was a fluke, but he scored again from around 50 yards. So if you followed him in his club football, you wouldn't have said it's a fluke. Baby does that on a regular basis for his club. So you know what he's doing. He's trained. It's a free kick. It's not like free kick you're born with it. Nobody's born with the ability to play free kick. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Nobody is born with that ability. You go train for it. It's one of my specialties. So I'll tell you for free. You would have skill, like, ability to maneuver the ball, which I don't think I have or I had when I was playing football. But I had speed. I had good close control and speed on the ball. One of the hardest things is to run with the ball. Running without the ball is different. So both can run without the ball. Give him that ball to run. Not if you do 9.6 seconds. So when you have to move like that, then you want to add extra. Back in the day, football was different. There are too many people who are better than you, so you want to add some extras to your game. I cannot head to save my life. Nah, empty nets, no opposition challenging me. I not go head the ball because pretty early in my life in Ekpoma, we're playing Ambrose Ali Cup. The goalkeeper punched my ear. Yeah, I know your word for like 6 months. That NEPA light, that NEPA alarm was echoing in my ear even before the manufacturer. So I need a head ball. I stay away from it. But then I had to put some attributes. And free kick is one of them. You spend time in the training ground learning, knowing what part of your leg to put on the ball, how your free kick should be. Some is a collar, some is a volley like Panabicano, Andrea Pelio, and our baby. Those ones are the hardest one because the longer the distance, the thing about free kick is it's like taking a plane taking off. You have to apply the law of lift. It has to go over the wall and then it has to dip. So it's velocity ratio. You have to find first the dimension of the distance. It is distance all over speed plus wind. It's like in the military. A free kick taker is like a sniper. You have to know a whole lot of things, and this is a split second decision. You have to think about it. Who's the tallest man in the wall? Will the wall jump? If they jump, how does the ball go? I want to put it in a place where even if they jump, they don't get to meet with the ball. And then the goalkeeper, the ball would always seem like it's going off. So the goalkeeper would be in two states. Like, I don't need to move. And then by the time he sees the ball and is trying to move, it's too late. The ball just dip. Because when the ball is rising, it is slow. That's something about free kick we all need to understand. When it's rising, it is slow. But when it's dipping, it all of a sudden comes with gravity. Now gravity is on the ball. It's like meteorite coming down on you, it becomes faster. And if you're not quick, it goes. That's why the fastest ball in the football field is a headed ball. If anybody heads the ball, it moves faster. When people say they head the ball, the goalkeeper stand, you don't know how fast that ball is. It's easy to catch ball with a kick than ball with a head. So in cases like that, those are some of the things you look at. I think maybe I've trained over time and found a way to do it. And then to some players, the AFCON is a distraction from their club football. But to some other player, this is the biggest. This is Christmas in June, right? This is the biggest moment of their career to show to the world. I sabi something like Lorenzo. So I wrote that guy's name from what's the country? The guy that scored the hat trick. Okay, if you look at that guy now, he plays in defense in his club. His club will watch that game and say, not only the fact that he scored a hat trick, but his movement, his position. And they're like, you know what? If I have an injured striker, you're the guy we're going to go to. Instead of going to the market, we'll look to you and say, okay, you know what, put on that defender that you go up front there because you kind of like seems to know how to hold the line, seems to know how to position yourself. Because sometimes when you judge a player, you judge what they do without the ball more than what they do with the ball. Okay. So I just added that one anyway, Michael. Lord Mayor say, bros, do you think Ivory Coast will win Equatorial Guinea that we struggled with. I think that Equatorial Guinea in their second game show how expansive they can be, and it made me appreciate the Super Eagles a lot more. But I don't know. Ivory Coast was a bit ordinary against Nigeria, or probably Nigeria was so good in curtailing them and then they look ordinary. So I'm going to look at that game and if Ivory Coast score early, they might lose. Yeah, because Equatorial Guinea does have this thing about them where you don't have anybody to pin down. Sangare is the athlete where Ivory Coast game go through. If you look at the game against Nigeria, it was just a guy. And then at some point in the last 25, 30 minutes, it was just shooting waywardly from outside the 18-yard box. So they score early. Those Equatorial Guineans who are like Vietnamese, like if you watch Nam Inge growing up, you understand what I'm saying. They keep multiplying. They attack you like they're like the Koreans of 2002 World Cup or the Greece of 2004 Euros. They are just multiplying and multiplying. They don't get tired. So it might just affect them because I noticed that the Ivorians, once they get to the 60th, 65th minute of the game, they begin to get burnout. Okay, so, but I mean, it's an evening game, it's a 6 p.m. game. They just might get it, but I don't think it's going to be easy for Equatorial Guinea. I think both of them will score anyway. They will cancel each other out. I'm most likely hoping this is not a tournament where you can bet on anybody apart from probably Senegal. There's nobody you can bet on. The person you're betting on, you don't waste your time. Patrick, hey, bro. Patrick and Romana, thank you for always having my back. God bless you. Thank you for supporting us with everything. Like with everything, even putting yourself in tight place just to make us have a good time and then spending time to talk and encourage. He said, Uzo, go fight you big time. Okay, I'll go beat Uzo, more honest. Bro, you know now. I'll beat Uzo. No, it's not. I saw Uzo in Portugal. Like, see, goalkeepers are the tug of every football team. They are rude. They are very, very fierce and mean. Frank Onyeka was trying to do unnecessary dribble and he lost the ball. That led to the second goal. And Uzo was shouting at him, which is the normal thing a goalkeeper do. And then Frank Onyeka shot back at him and he was apologizing. I said, no, this is. I told him after I said, this is the last game you should play for Nigeria. After this game, you don't have any business being in this team again. Like seeing you in the team pisses me off. Like you apologize to your teammate for shouting at them. You have no business being here. Lisa Vlog say, my brother, keep the good work. I appreciate your consistency. Thank you very much. Emmanuel Ibianusi says, after the first two matches, how far do you think the Super Eagles will go? Honestly, I can't predict that one. I still don't think that we're good enough to elicit that energy that I normally have and say, oh, we're going all the way. I don't think we have it. But credit to the manager. He's shown that he knows more than we think. So that's a plus for him. Again, credit to him for being flexible enough to even listen to say, okay, you know what, I need to change this result. And then for also being flexible enough to say, okay, this is my tactics 4-3-3 or 4-4-2, whatever it evolve into. It's not the best. I can adjust. And this tactics might look defensive, might be a little bit laid back, but we'll win. So I think I like coaches like that, coaches who are willing to adjust their tactics to suit the present reality. But I think there are teams in this tournament that I would still place ahead of us because, again, don't forget that there are teams who handle the ball. Did you see Senegal play against Cameroon? Jesus. They were knocking the ball around, knocking the ball. Like, if these people play us, the thing that will happen is if we play Senegal and they play us like that, first off, our players will get frustrated, pick a red card. And that happens, our team will fall like a pack of cards. Because the way our team is like Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. They are great when they have all 11 players on the field. If you give one player a red card, the engine crumbles. Go back and watch Pep Guardiola Barcelona. As great as they were, one man down, the whole system becomes bad scaffolding that cannot hold its own. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. Okay, Tosin Leon, this is Ghana might qualify as a best loser. Though that is if they win today. If they don't win today, they are not qualifying anyway. They have only 2 points now. If they can win today, as Egypt is not at this party with the way they play, I'm not sure Egypt can defeat Cape Verde, and the chances of Ghana winning is higher than Egypt. I agree with you 100%. Latif Asiru says, I want to give credit to the officiating in the tournament. Is the best thing that's happened in this tournament. So far, there's been no major talking point. The use of VAR has been consistent. AFCON referees And then he mentioned EPL. Oh, that league is scripted now. Sid say Mozambique will win cause Ghana is prone to defensive error. Egypt, Cape Verde, um, I see a draw, and that means Egypt will get 3 points. Taiwo Ogunade says, I'm just happy that African football is evolving. Oluwaseyi Adebowale say, what do you think about Salah returning to Liverpool? Is it a fair enough reason that he'll receive better treatment in England, or you think he could have stayed for moral support as the captain of the team? Well, if you're injured, you're injured. There's no need for moral support. If you're injured, the thing about injury is injury need immediate attention. It doesn't need keep it there. No, you don't know. You have to get the best testing and all that. I don't think there are the way African football is designed. We've not designed it with the intent of having sophisticated medical equipment. That's why all our politicians from Africa go abroad for treatment. So, if our politicians don't trust the medical equipment facilities here, why do you think Musala, who is richer than most of your politicians, if they don't steal money, should trust that same medical facilities that your politicians don't trust? So, it is okay to put himself first in this one. Moral support is not important. He can give moral support from anywhere, but he needs to take care of himself. This is like the edge of his career. This is the evening of his career. The remaining few years or months that he's got to play, he shouldn't gamble with it. And don't forget that because he's older, regeneration and healing process is slower. So he need immediate medical attention, and taking that decision is better. They have his medical history in Liverpool. They know how his body work, his blood count, his blood clock, everything. They know is everything. So it's better than getting some new people to go and touch and touch. And then again, this. Man, it is fact. Mosala is big. You will get some African. I'm not talking down the medical practitioners here, but get these guys who will be farms in it. Because it happened with my son when my son were treating. I showed up and and then the doctor is confused whether to focus on taking my son who's like it's dying, and you're focusing on whether the father is a celebrity. Oh, I used to be a fan. Oh, predict the game. This one, that's not. You don't need that right now. Save my son's life. That's what I need. Okay, so I'm just giving that as example and also adding my personal experience. Dre Cruz says, good morning, boss. Edafe, good morning to you. Usually, I may say, Nsue is the name. Good morning. Elegbete. No, I was trying to remember the country. I know the name. Adewale Saka say one game at a time. I can later say, boss, with the appeal court's sack of the NFF boss, what implications do you think it has on sports in Nigeria? Not sports. NFF is not in charge of sports football in Nigeria. And does it have any implication on the Super Eagles? Because I read an article about that. I don't think it have any implication. It is a normal. By now, we should not take this thing serious and all this court because it's the normal process. They will come and threaten to ban us. FIFA will threaten to ban us. They will reinstate it, or they'll say go and do the elections again. Whatever they decide, it's not a big deal. I mean, if a court have removed him from office and he's still in Cote d'Ivoire doing his job as the NFF president, doesn't that already tell you that nobody's taking the court serious? Because if you take court serious, I don't think you'll still be functioning as the NFF president. We would have said the Nigerian government would have sent a de facto, maybe ad hoc or somebody to step in, but nobody's stepping in. It's still there. So see, leave all those people drama. They know what they're doing. They're just taking us for a ride. They will like I say, boss, Messi on us all. If he fix a career for club level, we can have the national team is not a place for rehabilitation. When you go to a Ferrari showroom is not where the repair broken down vehicle. It's a place where they show you the best of the best of the best Ferrari. And the same for a Mercedes. The same for I was at the BMW's plant in Germany. You see, when you go to the showroom, you see their history of the best car, the finest technology. It's a finite of their work. That's what the national team is. You can rehabilitate players at the younger level, develop them, but national team, the senior national team, is a place where you exhibit the product you're taking for exhibition. Let's take, for instance, now let's say Nigerian government decide that we're going to have agriculture fair where all of the best of Nigerian farmers will bring their produce, and based on certain criteria, they will have winners, right? And the winners will be given, say, for instance, 100 million naira grants to support your agribusiness. Are you going to go there with your worm eating yam or your leaves that have maggot that have eaten it? You're not going to plant that season. Take time to plant, calculate when the time of the fair is, and bring the best of the best. Even in the Bible, when Cain brought Uzor like produce, God rejected it, and that led to the first murder in recorded history. So what are we really saying here? It's not me hating him or disliking him. I'm just saying the national team is beyond that kind of mediocre sentiment, those kind of mediocrity. It's beyond it. This is a guy that panics when he see crowd. I saw it in Abuja. I was there. I was doing a film. I was up close and personal. I still look at those clips where he's crying in the dressing room. My goalkeeper. What's that now? Half time, you cry. You know the psychological message you're sending to the rest of the team. We're at war. You are crying. It's like a doctor saying, I don't like blood. Or nurse say, I don't like blood. And you are in the theater room. You're not sure say the patient could die. So let's call a spade a spade. He's a human being, should be treated with respect. But when you decide that you want to come and play in the national team and you're not up for it, you are a saboteur. That's the way it is. I'm a soldier. Why what? But I'm born again. I don't like to kill people. And you recruit for this army. I not put bullet for your head, me you die, come off my corner. Because having you is like having one liability. Is just see, I happen to be the guy saying it. You know that thing where this is what everybody wants to say, but people are trying to be so polite. Nobody wants to say it. No, not Edafe. First off, I don't owe him that respect. Respect is something you earn based off of what you do. And if he's not done it right, I don't think I owe him. He's shambolic. And people should, this whole idea, we should desist from this idea of, hey, support them. No, football not be waiting that they support person. Football now, your performance judges you. This system me and Murphy used to say when we audition new people like them Yinka, you could go ask Yinka, Yinka's liberal now. You could ask Yinka over, a lot of these guys, young guys that and I mentored back in the day. And I said to them one thing, I said, listen, broadcasting, and then they use complimentary card till they get job. This is still one of those jobs where your father does not have to have connection. It is what you have here and your voice. So when I came into media, I had the worst voice. I'm a voice that's not supposed to be on radio, but I have more knowledge than any other person in the space that I was in. I force it on people and I improve my voice as I go. And it's better now, but it's still not. I mean, look at Tony Becker-Deremo's voice, George Essie's voice, Femi Obong Daniel's voice, and then you see me, they sound like, you see these guys are tigers, are lions, are elephants. When they show up, somebody, and then this are much more raccoon, eating or mumbling on small cassava or kanye. I have to do extra. So for Uzoho, he needs to go back to his club or move from Cyprus and get out of the St. Paul's missionary journey and get to a better league, maybe Belgium or France, and week in, week out, put up performances that makes people say, okay, this boy is ready now. I'll be playing in Cyprus, and then when you feel, and then you come out in public and tell us if he is more Igbo sign, you decrease. So people are trying to be nice to him. I'm not one. And you see, with me, the thing with me is, with me, you know what you get. If I love you, you go feel if not, you go also feel I'm not caught in between, like sit on the fence and be diplomatic. Diplomacy kill you. Tinubu appoint me as ambassador of Nigeria to any country. No, you know Sabi. I'll tell you, say you know Sabi. What's the other one? They were one game I think I passed there. Okay, Adewale Saka said Cameroon were very poor and ball watching because the opposition was good. See, football, first thing you do is you stop your opposition from playing. Then the next move is to impose yourself. Sometimes you impose yourself so much so that the opposition who came with a plan now realize that there is no plan. And then they are lost. That's where the bench, the coach, is supposed to come with a tactical master plan to change things. But sometimes you can be so overwhelmingly dominant that even the bench is confused that there's nothing. We've given it our best. And those are some of the things, the psychology of football that a lot of people don't see. Your job, first off, is to neutralize your opposition. One, football will be like war. Neutralize your opposition. Why do you think when countries are warring, the first thing they do is they bomb the electric facility, they bomb the airport, they bomb their hospitals? Because they want to neutralize you. They don't make sure say, One, you not get time to run on the runway to fly. You not get lights to see road to make phone call. Your internet is not working. Some of the communications devices are taken out. Now be this Ukraine and Russia war. This one a child playing a family quarrel. We're talking of real war. You see what Israel they do for Gaza. That's how it works. Let the politicians be talking their talk, but this is how you shell people to a point where they begin call for help. That's how it works. So in football, it's the same thing. You press them like winch for night. As winch, they press people. You see, the way Olaino was running that wing, let him be doing that regularly. Nobody will complain about him. The way Kevin Bassey was rock solid against the Ivory Coast. Now he needs to now repeat that thing consistently. Then you see what's it called? Osimhen start taking his chances. Alex Iwobi raised his game. Frank Onyeka was good, but he could go to great. Alassane comes back and do extremely well. Ademola Lookman becomes a creative force because he's created more chances this tournament than any other player in the team. Okay, so all of that needs to now be consistent sequence. Like every game, they are playing 7.5 to 9. That's the score for them. Then you know, okay, we now have a team. But this one, we've just done one good game. We're not sure, right? So let's see how it goes anyway. Oluwaseyi say, I love watching Senegal. Big kudos to Aliou Cisse for the job he's done. He's got a long time to do his job, so he's done it well. And for the job he's done, the best African coach currently. What about the Moroccan coach? Taiwo Okunade says, do you think Okoye is coming back to Super Eagles since he's regular and performing well in Indonesia? Yes, I think he's going to come back. And that's a place where I think Uzo will be kicked out of the team. He's going to come back if he keep performing like this. And then he shows willingness. I mean, I saw him in Portugal. Saw him the Uzo I saw in Portugal is different from the one I saw in Cameroon and in Abuja in 2021. So a lot has changed. He's a lot more matured. His attitude is different. And I saw when he came to Portugal, I just said, I just came to support the team. I'm not here to say I must make the team. I really don't even think, because we had a very long conversation, me, him, and Omar. It's like, I really don't think I even need the pressure of going to the Nations Cup. My club needs me now. I'm going to be there. But if the coach calls me, James, it feel like, okay, Maduka, I need you. I'm not going to say no. This is my country. This is a country that I've chosen. I'm going to give it my all. And I like his attitude. I think he will come back. So it's not that. This is why, again, I say there's nothing personal. When you do the job well, the same people who say you shouldn't be in the team will say, come on, give him a chance. Let him be in that team. That's the way I see it. So I think it's going to come back. Let him continue to do what he's doing. Oluwaseyi Adebowale say goalkeepers should be a shitters. I don't understand what that really means anyway. Emily Martinez is a prime example. He should annoy and irritate. God bless your father there. That's what a goalkeeper should be. A goalkeeper is not a nice guy. I've not met any good goalkeeper that is a nice guy. Goalkeepers are irritants to the opposition. They put the fear of God in you. Once you start seeing a goalkeeper that is a nice guy that stand like far away in beat, that one, I'm a goalkeeper. You not see when Arsenal went to beating, you not see Le Mans as average sometimes as it can be, but Le Mans was a problem to everybody. It was a nuisance to everybody. That's what you want your goalkeeper to be. Since if you ask anybody now, our BP has reduced since. Guys are bad. So Wabali, the guy who's this confidence, even when Zaidu made mistake, he calmed everyone down. Even Ekon could feel his vibe. Oluwaseyi Adebowale said Rigobert's song looked like Aliou Cisse that was ordered. So let me read it. Let me read it again. Guys, let it sink in. He said Rigobert's song looked like Aliou Cisse that was ordered on Jumia Black Friday. Oh my God. Some people are evil with their comments. And they say Nami Bado. Ademola Oni says, man, it's unfair to have been treated like that. Ordinary internet. That's what I see when people abuse Tinubu and the likes. And I tell them there are people worse than our a lot. I mean, in this journey, if I choose to write a book, I know that a lot of people will not buy the book, but the people who buy the book would call me or call my children and say they did not pay enough for the book. My story on, let's even just on this media. Jesus. What could be what? See, but Nigerians are wicked by nature. Not all, but many Nigerians are weak. You sack me. Okay, let's talk about my sack in 27. You sack me. Car where you give me loan to buy, I don't pay and finish like 1 year plus ago. You all of a sudden got a court injunction because you tell yourself that I will come back and beg, and you didn't see me coming back after some time. You got a court order to take the car that said there is a clause that says if I leave the company, I will pay an additional 2 million for 1.5 where you give me why I don't pay finish. Oh. And you know the funny, oh Jesus. On the day of this sack, I ask you in front of your staff, Oga, is there anything I'm owing this company? Is there anything? Say no. And you recover the car and you were bragging that you will bring me to my knees. Okay, I still not talk. You write a letter to every agency in Nigeria that you know that they shouldn't give me a job, they shouldn't give me campaign, adverts, nothing. The question is, what were you asking me to do? If I go join Ikorodu 1 million boys, not be you I go first key or your children. I know where you are the past now. Not when I go first target for traffic. That's one. You wrote to people because you're a member of IBAN. You wrote to all the radio stations not to employ me. That if they employ me, they are offending you. And the question is, did I steal? No. Did I do anything? I'm your most consistent, most efficient guy for the past 13 years. I've gone to war with you. But somebody go sit down and tell you that Nigerian politicians are bad. That Nigerian politicians, they do that kind of thing. You don't say Nigerian politicians, even Wiki will fight everybody. They do things like that. So sometimes when people sit down and talk, I say something, I say, now only hunter know what you see for bush. So when he come back on with that small rabbit, forget it. Manage him. Some of the things we've seen in this industry. That's why I'm really working very hard, not just to grow in this, but to also support other young people that are coming in the industry. Like if you see me retweeting, resharing, or tweeting and asking people to follow this person or follow that person, I know what they're going through. I've been in it. Like I know what they're going through. I know the hell that they're going through, and they don't have any option. They're just doing it, hoping that God, in his infinite mercy, will turn up for them. I know what young people are going through. It's even worse. I know a guy, when Toby Adepoju started, if you know Toby asking this thing, he will confirm it. A guy that everybody respect, one guy on the, like, very, very, respected, I don't want to mention his name today, said, what I don't like about this Toby is that what we have suffered for 30 years, he just wants to come and achieve it in 2 years. And I was like, bros, why is that a problem? Does everybody have to suffer for 30 years? Hey, boy, children of now, he will not value it. I said, bros, would you want your child to suffer 30 years before you achieve what you'd achieve? What sense does it make? And then I became a bad guy. And today, I keep saying to the guy, we're not going to be friends. I can't be your friend. You are evil. You don't invite me, I apologize. I can't be your friend. People who think like you are demonic in nature. Gatekeepers are meant to open gate for people and make life easy. But in Nigeria, the gatekeepers are like, no, lock the gate, so let them die, let them suffer. It is their suffering that makes us powerful. It's not just government. Government is not just the problem. Not saying they give government release money, buy Indomie, no do so. Somebody lock up for warehouse, make it the rotten. What does that tell you? The country will they more even live for boss more. The country will, noodles where you no go shop. Your children no go shop. But just give on to the people where they hungry. At a time where COVID, they keep people, some people prefer. Make it dead there, make it rotten. Bags of rice, meaning the government does still try, approve. They buy and come. The supplier don't supply them. Somebody just look and keep. Say we could live on there. They want to see us, smoke will become animals, smoke be scavengers, they break wares, they run with. In the world where other people they advance scientifically, they do electrical vehicles, they do AI. Some people just sit down. That's how bad we are. That's how evil we are. Like I've seen people say things like, don't worry. How be this online thing you want to do? We'll go say how you go take grow. Like, I'm not even interfere with your space. I'm not in your space. Why? This diabolical jealousy in the system where you get 10 Hummer Jeep, 10 Bentley, 10 Rolls Royce, lavish houses, but you are angry that somebody is riding a bicycle. Like this is not supposition. I'm not assuming. I'm telling you the reality in our in. Does it not surprise you that nobody, like the whole Nigerian sports media, there's not one superstar? Think about it for a minute. There's not one superstar. If World Cup come now, major brands will go meet Toke Makiwa, Ebuka, and the rest to do sports campaign. Just now that they do, let's do it again. Who did they carry out the packages to? Idabasi, Tony Ibrahim, other people, nobody in the sports. That's how much. Somebody they go mention somebody and say, no, don't go and give him. If you give him that, he will now start feeling like he's special. That's the kind of conversation people have behind the scene. They'll call somebody. Did you guys watch the Stalkers interview with the Honest Bunch? That kind of thing that he talked about. That they'll call senior colleagues, say, hey, what do you think of this guy? I want to run this. No, that one, you're not loyal. Don't give him. He said, can I go give outsiders? Give her money. And they do league. Some people were writing that why would you give this small boy opportunity to do the league? Or guy, you're not going to produce a league. They now replied him and said, Oga, do you have a team that can produce? I don't have it, but it doesn't, you don't have to give him. Is when did he come into the industry? And I produce league for the good. Now my production, I'm the base standard where everybody to the judge the league. I did more promotion for the league than even people with bigger money. But somebody feels giving me the chance to produce the league reduces their achievement. How now? How? Am I not supposed to be building on what you guys have built already? That's how bad the system is. But sometimes we don't talk about it. Like, just move on, leave these people. So it's crazy. It's crazy. That's how crazy. Imagine land cable where it did and nobody they use and the internet go still run. You go still pay at the end of the month just to plug in for my computer. Check scores. I have to run 10 story because somebody feels is a head of programs. Nobody should touch a land cable. On a weekend where in they even come work. Nobody they use them. And even if you come work, nobody still they use them. It's a free one. Extra where the engineer puts. Saying you cut it off. Since it's extra, cut it off. How? Man's wickedness to his fellow human being. My brother, Moku leave that one. Young boy Edward, the tango says, true extra effort is always a key to everything. Taiwo Konade says, off topic, Lagos state government is renovating Teslim Balogun Stadium. Does it mean Surulere National Stadium has been abandoned finally? So Lagos state is not the owner of the Surulere National Stadium. And that Surulere National Stadium is another topic. Couple of years ago, I brought in myself and a few other guys. We brought in some guys from Tottenham that wants to rebuild exactly what Tottenham have now. That's there, and then put in 2 5-star hotels in that place. They needed it to be signed off. Sports minister, your former sports minister, was asking for. Started from the other one, the guy from Jos, then to this last one. They were asking for money. These guys are willing to invest £2 billion. £2 billion. Like brought all the paper, all the source of their fund and everything, and put it here. They want 100 years lease, which is the normal thing to do, right? After that, it will be handed back. They will run it. They will rebuild the stadium, make it a multi-purpose stadium, everything. Because of some people's personal greed, that business does not go through. And mind you, I have a 2% cut for finder's fee. This didn't work. It didn't work. Everybody go. You know how many people that would have been employed when that 2 billion naira investment was £2 billion investment is put into that place? But hey, it is what it is. Now the way we did be that. So National Stadium is a federal government property. Surulere Teslim Balogun Stadium is a state property. So renovating it, the two stadiums can stay side by side. It's not really a problem if we know what we're doing. But hey, we're Nigerians. Some people, if you know favor them, then every other person will just die. So we did one for here. No, Tori say, let me throw a breakfast wrench in your goalkeeper theory. Peter Cech was a nice guy. No, he wasn't a nice guy at the beginning. Go back to Chelsea. See, when you see the nice guy theory, that's even Peter Cech is an exception to the rule. But let's even do the nice guy theory. Peter Cech was in front of madmen, was behind madmen. That's not a nice guy. That's a really super crazy team. Even their coach, a madman. So they pretend to be calm, but they're not. That Chelsea team was a dangerous team. It was cyanide on field. Now, normal team they concede 15 goals in an entire season. Taiwo Konade say if Jose Peseiro performed well in this AFCON, did he deserve to continue? Well, I think I need to run now. I have a meeting that I need to catch up with. I just realized I need to run. I can't read the rest of the messages. But thank you very much, everyone, for being on the show today. Let's do the post match, and let's do it well. We'll do it for 1 hour or more. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Idafe Matthews. You love to come in the Legbota on the sports. God bless you and have a wonderful day. It's been 1 hour, 30 minutes of talking today. Bye.